a Fit to Box exclusive. This is ahead of launch. These are just available on pre-order at the minute, but I have tested it. I've also fully reviewed, rated and ranked it today. Hello and welcome to Fit to Box, the boxing equipment review channel, with a few differences. That all of the gear is tested by real boxers in a real boxing gym. I, Coach Simon, a real England boxing level 2 amateur boxing coach, giving you reviews that are not only my opinion, but the opinion of other active boxers here, as well as other coaches here. I gather the information, I put it all together, and then I'll present it back to you so you can get to see the gear, what it looks like, and I'll describe to you how it feels, how it performs. I will rate it, I'll also rank it on my website, fit2boxchannel.com. This is Fit to Box. Hello and welcome to Fit to Box. I'm Coach Simon, and here on Fit to Box I bring you all things boxing equipment. Today is the turn of Hit and Move's new face bar head guard, the Air Armour. Of course, I did a review before of their cheek head guard, the Air Armour Precision, and I loved that head guard. And now today, what I'm going to be able to do, because of Hit and Move, looking ahead and their foresight, I'm able to bring you a full review of this head guard ahead of launch. Okay, so many brands get in contact with me prior to them launching. Many brands send me prototypes, and many brands seek my feedback prior to actually finally doing the final product of their different gloves or head guards or groin guards, whatever it is. They are seeking my opinion, because out there that it is recognised that once I do the review, it's almost too late for them to improve the gear. So brands like Hit and Move get in contact with me and get me involved in the testing period, and I give them feedback, and in that feedback it improves the gear, so when they do actually launch them for yourself, it does mean that the gear, the flaws that were there, have been ironed out, and actually it's been fully tested ahead of the launch here at Telford Amateur Boxing Club. So let me just show you this, and this is a very innovative head guard. You can see with that sort of Hit and Move forehead there. Okay, so that's the same as you'll see on the back of the turtle mitts, that sort of design, the same that was on the Air Armour Precision. And as you look round, you see the face bar there in almost like a moustache type face bar there, and people have said to me about it looking like a moustache. I actually think that it looks super stylish. In there you can see they've got the ears, you've also got the lace at the back, lace at the top, you've got a clip at the bottom, and this is a fully leather head guard, and you've got those bumps which dissipate the power and the energy from the punches as you are wearing it. Okay, so let me just put this on for you. Okay, so the way you wear it is almost like that, so underneath the nose there. I tend to try and wear it a little bit like that because I try and keep my chin down when I'm sparring, but you can wear it in that way or a little bit slightly higher. Okay, so let me just clip that. As you can see from that, that is a really small target. I love small targets when it comes to head guard, and I hate the ones where they've got big bulky foreheads, or even if it's a bar, they've got a big bar that's jutting out here. And this is not that. This is really compact, so it's almost like, because of the size of it, it's like you're not wearing a head guard. Actually as well, what I found, because of the actual weight, and the weight is around 13 ounce on this particular head guard, which is absolutely nothing. When you're wearing it, you don't even feel like you've got a head guard on. And let me tell you, in this position here, I can only just see these bits here, but my peripheral vision is absolutely superb. Now these come in some different colours. I love it in the black, they come in the white. There is also a yellow and a black version. There's also a red, Fit to Box red, looks great. There's also purple and gold, and then there is a light blue. So they're going to be launching on launch date. They're going to be launching with a lot of different colours. That launch date is 20th of June 2025. Okay, so at this stage I'm ahead of the game here, but what I wanted to do and what Hit and Move wanted me to do is to give you what I think about it before. So during the pre-orders, so obviously that they've got a lot of videos out at the minute, some great videos where they're showing about this head guard, what it looks like, and also how it performs. They've done extensive in-lab testing as well, especially around the vision and the protection, to make this the best head guard that they can do. So you can get them in small, medium, which is 22 inches and below. I'm slightly higher than that, so I've got a large XL, and that is 22 inches plus. And as you can see, it's really head hugging in terms of the size. I can't believe how small it is. I loved with the Fly head guard where they went from the traditional winning size head guards, and the Fly head guard went smaller and increased the vision. And what this one has done is it has gone even further in that process. And I love on the channel when areas of boxing are starting to improve, and this is an absolute game changer when it comes to improvement. I really do love what they've done. Okay, you've got amazing vision, like the peripheral vision here, all the way up and down. You've got a great field of vision. You've got a great protective bar across the front there, okay, and it's not in the way. As I say, I can hardly see it here. These two little lumps are the only things really that I can see, but I can see a lot when it comes to punches coming towards me. Then you've got these sort of pockets here of the padding, which again, with the force that comes in, is dissipating the power. You've got at the top there, you've got the lace, great fastening. I love lace at the top. You've also got at the rear, you've got lace at the rear. At the sides here, you've got some bumps here at the side. And again, it's all about making sure that the head guard is balanced, where they've put the padding at the sides and on the forehead. Okay, this head guard is 197 English pounds. Again, that is an amazing price, especially when you consider the price of, say, a winning, which of course the winning FG5000 was the leading face saver for a long time before Fly bought out theirs. And obviously what I'm going to do in this video is I am going to rate and rank this one, so you'll know exactly against those other head guards what I feel with this. So let me just take it off and bring it round for you. And it really is very smart of these companies to get ahead of the game, and instead of me doing a video a month after it's launched, they get me involved in the testing process, they get me involved in sort of the feedback, and also I get to give you a review ahead of the actual launch. That means that it's more useful to you as my viewers to have the information that I'm giving you today, rather than live day, and I'll get the head guard, then I'll take like a month to test it. You're already a month behind. Hit and Move are on the ball. They are a month ahead really by me doing this video now. You can pre-order, and I am told that as soon as sort of the 20th of June, around that time, you will be receiving your head guard. Okay, so as I've said, amazing vision. And what they've also done is they've tested it against other head guards. Now that is other head guards, as in Japanese head guards, you know what I'm talking about, as in Canadian head guards, you know what I'm talking about, as in British head guards, you know what I'm talking about, and also, of course, Mexican head guards, you know what I'm talking about. So they've done the testing when it comes to the vision and the protection against all of those competitors, and I really admire them for what they've done with that. I think it's something that did need to be done, and especially with face bars, where traditionally the bar was restrictive and a lot of people couldn't get on with face bars because of the view. Let me tell you, the protection and the view on this one is absolutely superb. Okay, so let's just bring it around. You can see the insides. As I say, it's a fully leather on the inside and also on the outside, and it performs fantastic when you are using it in sparring, and I have really enjoyed it in sparring. The only thing I can really say is it feels like you haven't got a head guard on, and when you get punched there is no vibration. It really does feel great when you get punched. I don't like getting punched. I much prefer to either move my hands or move my head to a position where this is sort of a backup option. I don't use my FACEBAR head guards or any head guard as a first line of my defence. So if you are thinking that this is going to allow you to stand there with your hands down and just take shots, I wouldn't get it, because this is definitely to improve the vision that you get and to protect the nose. If you've got a nose that is damaged, or you want to just, maybe you're in a job where you need to have no bruises on your face, then obviously that's where face savers come in. I have to say though, with this face saver, I think a lot of people that wouldn't have considered face savers before will be considering this. Okay, so let me put you out of your misery. Let me put onto the screen the Fit to Box ratings card. As you can see, I've gone style 98. Really love the style of this. Comfort 98. Very lightweight, very comfortable around the head. Really good fit. Durability 97. Very, very well made head guard. Then I've gone vision 97. Amazing vision for a FACEBAR head guard. Protection 97, really, really protective head guard. And value for money 96 at 197 English pounds. So let me tell you, that brings it to 97.1. That is 5 Fit to Box stars, classified as the best. And if you go onto my website, fit2boxchannel.com, you will see my FACEBAR list. And when you go onto there, you will see that this is a new Fit to Box FACEBAR champion. Absolutely love what they've done. I think they have taken the game a step further with this head guard. I really love it. It's been absolutely amazing. When I first put it on, I wasn't sure about that sort of moustache type look, but I tell you what, I really, really do like it. It is very, very functional, and actually I think it does look really stylish as well. And I keep applauding Hit and Move for what they're doing, because what they're doing is amazing. They're not just putting together copies of other brands. They are using innovation, and they are really testing and gathering feedback from lots of different places, myself included, other reviewers, but also professional boxers, amateur boxers, different gyms, and they're also going to the scientists, and they're going to laboratories, and they're putting their gear in front of these people to do actual forensic testing to make sure that what they're saying, their claims, are true. So as I say, 97.1. Let me put onto the screen Fit to Box report card. Again, this is the things I love about the head guard, the features of the head guard, and also anything that I think that could be improved. But as I say, absolutely superb. You've got lace at the top, you've got lace at the rear, you've got the actual plastic clip there, which in my opinion has always been the best way to do the chin. And also there is, with that bar that is inside, you have got metal on the inside, and there is an adjustment that can be made to the actual cage. I have to say, I haven't had to make too much of an adjustment with that cage. It came like this, and I've used it, and it has been superb. As I say, I pretty much like to have it a little bit higher, a little bit above, so I can tuck my chin in when I'm sparring, and I can sort of see like that. They recommended is more to wear it a bit more like that, which is obviously lower down, just underneath the nose, which gives you sort of better vision here, but I like to tuck my chin down, so all of my face savers are put in that sort of position. Okay, so I just need to point that out, because the way I wear it is slightly different to the actual design, but as I say, I like to tuck that chin in. So absolutely superb. I think Hit and Move, having the foresight, one, to get me involved in the actual testing and the feedback, which, as I say, I do for a lot of different brands, big brands, massive brands out there in the community, come to me ahead of launch, sometimes months before, sometimes years before they come to me to get the feedback, to make sure that what they are bringing to market is suitable, is usable, has been tested, and is good for yourself. And I started the channel with this big idea that I wanted to improve boxing gear for you guys out there, and I think that that is fully in keeping with my mantra of why I do the channel, is to improve the standard of boxing gear that boxers are getting, and Hit and Move are really hitting the mark when it comes to that. Not only have they done this, but they've done lots and lots of different innovations since they've started, and I have to say I love that. So one last little look. Really comfortable, really lightweight, very nice, small target, moving your head when you're doing your sparring. You know, you're not going to get caught by sort of, if a punch is going to miss, it's going to slip. You're going to be able to slip in the same way as if you haven't got a head guard on. I absolutely love it, and that is why it is a new Fit to Box FACEBAR champion. I hope you've enjoyed that, and I shall speak to you soon.